Okay, I want to explain to you the theory of a mail merge. A mail merge has two documents, the main document and the data document. The data document can be a Word table. It can be, oops, how did I misspell that? It can be an Excel data sheet, or it can be an Access database. Now, you probably don't have Access on your computer, but you don't need to worry. In Word, when we do a mail merge and we create the data document inside the mail merge, while we're doing the mail merge, there's a fake Access that Word uses. And so you can open it in a mail merge, but you can't open Access documents outside of a mail merge unless you have Access installed on your computer. I'm going to use an Excel database for the first demonstration, and then I'm going to actually enter it in the Access part of Word, which is what you do when you do your assignment for Chapter 16. So that's the theory. Then that's what you have. You have two documents. Now the theory is you take the data and you dump it into a letter so that you have individual letters or documents for each person in your data sheet. So let me do it so you can see. Now this is just a really simple, silly letter that I do for a demonstration. So if we start out by inserting the current date, okay, and then I'll go down a couple of lines and I'll leave a space for, let's see, let me look at my data thing. Does it have, oh, it's not moving. Oh yeah, okay, so I leave a space for the address, and then I'm going to go down another line and I'm going to say dear, and then nothing else, and then under that I'm going to say you owe me I can't type today, and then a $sign and a period, and then pay up. Love, Guido. Okay, so now I'm gonna, this is my main document. Now I'm going to access my data sheet, which, as I told you, is an Excel data sheet. Now in the data sheet you have to have the first line be your field codes. So this first column is titled first for first name, and the next column is last for last name, and then business, street, city, state, so forth. So that's something important. You have to have that in every data sheet. And then I've just typed in this bogus information just to use in this document with dollar amounts here. You'll notice I also have telephone numbers. I'm not going to use those in the demonstration, so you can see that your data sheet can have other things in it, and then you pick and choose what you're going to use. So I'm going to close that. Now here's where I want my address to be. So I can see I need some more spaces, so I'm just going to click right there. And now I'm going to start my mail merge. So I'm going to go to Mailings and click on Start Mail Merge, and here you choose what kind of a mail merge you're going to do. Anything that is just a document, you select a letter. And then you can select your recipients. So in this case, I've already made my Excel spreadsheet, so I'm going to click on Select Recipients and use an existing list. And then, if I can remember where it is, okay, I found it in my BYU folder, and here it is, Chapter 16 and 17, Merge Data. So now I'm going to open that. Now you can't see it. It's just there. When you use an Excel spreadsheet, you get this extra window, and it says which sheet is your data on, and my sheet is on sheet 1. My data's on sheet 1. So now I'm going to click OK. And now you can't see anything, but it's there, and I can show you it's there by clicking on Edit Recipients, and there they all are. Now you see these check marks? I have one blank one. So I don't want that one to get a letter because there's nobody there, so I can just take that off. So once you get your people put in, then you can select who you want by just checking and unchecking these boxes. Okay, so I'm going to check them all and then take this one off again and say OK. Now, the next thing to do is insert merge fields. You can actually insert the address block here, and in my particular database, this would work. As you can see, here's my example, and I can click through them, and it'll show my various people. Oh, wait, I have to maybe go backwards, yeah. And it'll show them, it'll go through, and it shows that it's working. So I could just put in the address field. In fact, I think I will. Okay, so let me just do that. I'm going to put in the address block so that you can see how to do that, and just click OK. And all it puts in there is address block, which is fine. Then the next thing I want to do is put in the $sign, the dollar amount. So I'm going to insert merge fields, and I'm going to say amount due, and then I'm done. I've got everything in there. I have the date, I have the address block. Oh, I forgot the salutation here. I'm going to insert merge fields, and I'm going to pick first name. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a comma because anything you type is going to be in every letter. Anything in these little merge fields is going to be individualized by the letter. So now that I'm through with everything I need to do, and I'm still on the Mailings tab, this just takes you through 1, 2, 3 exactly what you need to do. I can preview the results, and I can go through and see that they all worked. And for some reason I have a double space between all the names, so you could fix that in your database. And then when I'm through, I'm going to finish the merge. And these are my options. I can edit individual documents, print it, or email it. Now, email wouldn't work because we didn't have email addresses. But I'm going to always do this. I always edit the individual documents, select all, and click OK. And what happens is I get a brand new document. See, it says letters 1. And in that document now I have 8 letters. So there's Lawrence and Aaron and Bryce and Ann. And so you can see that the mail merge worked. It took the information in my Excel spreadsheet and gave everybody an individualized letter. Okay, so that's my demonstration of the theory of how it works. Now what I want to do is actually show you a little bit about your assignment. And then I'm going to, see how these fields are shaded in mine? But what I want to see is this. So if you are seeing the people's names, you want to click on View Results, and this is what you're going to turn in. Okay, so let me close this because this is not the assignment. Okay, you're going to write a letter on this piece of stationery. That's your actual assignment that you're going to do. So I'm going to just quickly demonstrate how it'll work, and I'm going to pause it and type in between so that you'll see it quickly, and it won't take me forever to do this. So the first thing it tells you to do is insert the date and time, which I will do, and then I'm going to press enter 3 times. And now it wants you to do your mail merge information. And the mail merge information is on page 569. And the figure 16.15 has the people, and 16.16 has the letter. So what I'm going to do is enter my people. I'm going to start my mail merge and enter my people first. So I'm going to click on Mailings. Start a mail merge. This is the letter. I'm going to select recipients, and I'm going to type a new list. And this box comes up. And so now you'll actually type in here, Patterson. And she doesn't have the company name is Rolling Hills Manufacturing. And 31203, 33rd Street South, Springfield, Illinois, 62133. And she has a phone. Oh wait, I did that wrong. So let me go back here and take out all of this and just put in Springfield. And then Illinois. And then 62133. And we don't need that, but here's a phone number, 217-555-3310. And now I need something else that isn't in here. So I'm going to customize my columns. And I'm going to add a column right after the last name. So I'm going to add. And this is, I think it's department. Like I said, I'm just doing this off the top of my head. So there it is. You've got your title, first name, last name, department, company name, and so forth. So now I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to put in her department, which is Human Resources Department. And they had you do this because they needed to show you how to, they want you to demonstrate that you know how to put the fields in individually and not just use the address block. So now I'm going to pause the video and type the rest of the information. Okay, I have created all of my people. Now I'm going to click OK because I know that they're all right. And at this point, oh, it's going to ask me to save the data. And it'll automatically go to your data sources for where to save it. So I'm going to save for Chapter 16 data. And it'll save it as an MDB, which is an access document. So I'm going to click on Save. And now you don't see anything happen. It's just there. But the next thing you want to do now is put in the address block. So I could just put in the address block, but when I do, you'll notice it does not put in the department. And there's no way to put the department in unless you go to Matching Fields, and where it says, let's see, address one, company, there's no way to put it in. Let's see. Department, there it is, way down at the bottom. So you could match department, but then getting it up here where it goes, it's just a big hassle. So what they're having you do is do it manually. So you go to, instead of address block, you go to Insert, Mail Merge, and you do it one thing at a time. So you put in the title and space, and then put in the first name and space, and then this last name and return. And then you put in the department and return, and you put in the company name and return, and you put in, oops, oh, look at this, is very nice, but you'll see what a pain this is. Then you put in the city, insert, but now I can't type here. See, I have this thing open, so I'm going to close it and do comma, and then I'm just going to use this because it closes after each one. And then state, space, and zip code, and that's it. So I've got my address in. So now I'm going to press enter twice, and I'm going to, it's killing me because this is an official letter and it doesn't have a ray line. But they didn't put that in the assignment, so I'm not going to bother with it. Okay, so now you have the greeting line, and you can say dear, and then it shows you examples of how it could be Mr. Randall, Mrs. Randall, just the names. I'm going to leave it with the Mr. with the salutation in front of it because we put that in there, and click OK. All right, so now I'm ready to type my letter. So what I'm going to do is pause it and type the letter so you don't have to watch me misspell words and correct myself. Okay, I have the whole letter typed, and I've put in the name of the document here, and then the instructions tell you to add a pound field, and you did that in the exercises, but just to show you and remind you it's under the rules, and you're going to say the merge record number there. The next thing it's asking you to do is an if then else field, data field, and so that again is under the rules, and here's if then else, and you want to tell it to the city, and here you're going to compare it to Peoria. And if it says Peoria in the city, then this paragraph will be added at the end. With the text all typed in, I'm going to click OK, and an if-then-else field is here. Now you can't see anything right there. However, if you preview the results, you'll notice nothing happened on the first one because the city is Springfield. But if I go to the second one to review, it puts that paragraph in because the city is Peoria. Now, I notice that I don't have two spaces after the period. So I'm actually going to turn off the results, turn off the preview, and then in this spot, go to the rules and see if I can edit that. Let me see if I can edit this field. I'm going to right click and let's see if I toggle field codes. No, that didn't help me. Yeah. Once I toggled field codes, I right-clicked and I said toggle field codes. And that actually turned the field code itself on. Let me make it bigger, and you can see these brackets. So I can go right after the period and put in 2 spaces. And now I can right-click and toggle the field code back. So all you see is the text. And there's no spaces. It didn't work. That's because I needed to put the spaces here. Nope. Okay, so you won't be completely confused. I did it right the first time when I right-clicked and went to the toggle field codes and put the 2 spaces in here after this period. Then when I turn it off, I don't know what I was thinking, but it is there. There are 2 spaces between this period and that A. So that worked correctly. And down here, this little field code is working because it's telling you this is record number 5. And if you look up here, it is record number 5. Okay. So that's it. And now I've turned on the preview, and so you see I'm seeing names. I want you to turn the preview off. So when you turn the preview off, I will see these data fields. I'll still see this text if I'm on I'll still see this text, and then I'll see this data field. So be sure that you have turned those on when you turn it in, and do not turn in the data document. I have that, and it should be attached to your document so that when I bring it to my computer, I will have the correct information already on my computer. So don't send me your data record, just this letter with your field codes showing. Okay, that's it. Hope you haven't been too confused. This is a fun exercise. I really love mail merge. It's something that once you're not afraid of it anymore, it's very, very useful. Have fun.